Hello guys, welcome to this fabulous Friday morning. It is a beautiful start to the weekend. Um, I went out driving last night for a little bit. Went to bed, woke up this morning around, what time is it now? 9. I think it was like 6. Been driving for 3 hours, I think $67. So not too bad for 3 hours, at least in my market. Uh, So today's topic of conversation, before I get to that, like I always say, do me a favor, like the video if you like the content, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate the feedback and the comments on every single video. I always read them. Today's topic of conversation, guys, welcome to the channel. Saw a couple people come in. Is ratings, okay? Ratings for riders, ratings for drivers. Do they matter? And if they do, how do they affect you? Okay? The easiest way for me to start this out is to start on the rider side, okay? Ratings for riders, as far as drivers rating the riders, yes, they do matter for them, because if they get down to a certain point of negative, say they get to like a 4.2 rating or a 4 rating, a lot of drivers in some markets, me personally, I don't look at the ratings when I accept a ride, I just accept it, okay? But some drivers do look at that and they will not accept a ride under a certain rating. Also, if your rating drops, Uber might look at that and they might take action as far as banning your account for a while. I mean, I don't. Okay. So ratings for riders don't really matter too much, because most drivers will take the rides no matter what, especially if your market is a small market. And when I say small, I mean a small city, not like Philly, Baltimore, Los Angeles, Tampa, like big areas. Those are big markets. I'm talking about like where I drive, Lancaster, PA. It's not small, but it's not as big as Philadelphia, okay, or any of those areas. So you run the risk of not having anybody pick you up if you get too many negative ratings as a rider, okay? From a driver's standpoint, I have never given anybody less than a 5-star rating as a rider, because I've never had to. Most of my riders are very polite, very respectful. The one incident that I did have with the guy with the gun, he was not my passenger, and they canceled the ride right after. So again, that wasn't a bad experience. I did have one bad experience when I first started, with somebody just basically being a very asshole passenger. But he was not the one that ordered the ride. It was a friend of the person that ordered the ride. So I'm not going to hold that against him, because the person that did order the ride, hi Billy, how's it going? The person that did order the ride was actually very polite. He pretty much the whole time told his friend to shut the hell up, because I could cancel the ride at any time and drop them off in the middle of nowhere. So the person that ordered the ride was really nice, and pretty much helped me calm the other person down the whole time. I'm doing really good for a Friday, man, really good. So now getting into ratings for drivers. There is a lot that goes into this. Me personally, it all depends on where you drive, and what you do to save and make money, type of thing. Me personally, I like to have a high rating, and the reason being that is passengers sometimes look at that and see that high rating and think that you're a good driver, whether you are or not. So that's a good thing. Munoz, I don't get it, Billy. I don't get what you meant. I'm driving right now, so that's why I'm trying to read the comments you're bringing in. But a lot of my live streams lately, if I get an idea that pops into my head and I'm driving, I'll just go live and talk about it. So that's what I'm doing. But yeah, basically, the reason why ratings to me, yes, I am an Uber driver and a Lyft driver. I drive for both platforms. So ratings to me matter not necessarily that much on Lyft. However, Uber, to me, it does matter. I think I'm at a 4.98 or 97. The reason that matters to me, and the only reason why I think partially that it matters, is for Uber Pro, I'm a platinum driver right now. I have their credit card, and I get money back on gas. So the better driver you are, whether you're gold, platinum, or diamond, you get rewards points on your gas. So that to me is really the only reason why it matters, because I save money on my gas. I filled my tank up yesterday. I put $30 in my tank. How's it going, Lisa? And before you ask, no, I don't sleep. So yeah, the only reason why it matters to me is for the cashback rewards. Over the summer, I hope they do it this summer again coming up. But last summer, if you had their Go Bank card, you got 15% cash back for being a platinum member. So I was putting $30 in my tank. So like I said, last summer I was putting roughly $30 a week, maybe 40 in my tank, and I was saving 15% on my gas. So I would spend $40, but I would end up getting like 6 or 7 of it back for cashback rewards. No, I'm on my way to pick my son up. We are going to go to Dave & Buster's. It's pretty much like Chuck E. Cheese, but it's more for like older kids, teenagers, adults. If you've never heard of Dave & Buster's. So yeah, I went last night when I was talking to you on the live stream. I was headed to up towards Harrisburg to drive. I drove for like 3 or 4 hours, and then I went home and I slept for maybe 4 or 5. For some reason, I can only ever sleep about 5 hours at a time. I kind of think it's based on me always working third shift, and my brain, it just got used to 4 to 5 hours. So usually, you want an iPad? That's freaking awesome. Wish I could win an iPad. I'd put it in my car and use it as a GPS for when maps and Lyft maps suck. I currently do that with my Samsung tablet, but I don't do it that often. Usually when I go to Philly, I have it connected and I have it on Google Maps, because usually in Philly they have a lot of construction zones sometimes that aren't necessarily on Uber Maps or Lyft. So then I get stuck trying to figure out how to get to where, and it's just easier if I have Google Maps open already on the tablet. But so yeah, anyway, I'm trying to think. So yeah, ratings. So you didn't work? Yes. No, I did not work at my full-time job. I actually went to my full-time job, and we're slow right now. It's kind of the slow season. They asked me if I wanted to take lack of work, so I said yes, and I went out and drove Uber instead. So I took some vacation time that I had, got paid for working even though I wasn't there, went out and made extra money. So on top of making my normal rate of work at my job, I was also making money driving for Uber. I think I made like $80 last night, plus what I made at my full-time job. So even though I wasn't even there, which is nice. Where are you from, Lisa? I see you in every single chat or every single live stream, from like Dustin to me to Crybaby. Just wondering where you're from. Syracuse, New York, right? Yeah, of course, New York. I think I heard you say that once before in a live chat. That'd be awesome. I'd love to be up there. I definitely want to, if I ever make it up that way. I got my passport last year. Me and my mom went to the Bahamas for 10 days. I definitely want to drive up to Niagara Falls, check out the Finger Lakes, and go across to the Canadian side, maybe take a long weekend and see Niagara Falls. It's one of my, well, it was one of my bucket list things that I've always wanted. And now at this point, now that I have a passport, it just makes it that more easier. But, so yeah, back to the topic, guys. Ratings matter depending on your market. That's all I'm gonna say. Me personally, I am proud of my rating. It goes to show that I'm doing something right. So yes, I do like looking at ratings. I do like seeing that I have a high rating. The whole thing that happened with New York City, where they cut people's hours back and you can only get on the platform if the hours demand it. If you have low ratings, if you have a really, really high rating and you have a certain amount of rides every 3 months, you can get on the app whenever you want. If you have a really low rating, then you can't. So in that market, yes, the ratings matter 100%. So that's pretty much my take on it. I look at it as, and it always pisses me off if somebody rates me a low, like a 1 or a 2 or even a 3, because then I want to know why. Like, I wish Uber and Lyft both, like, if somebody rated you less than like a 3 or less, they would make the driver, or I'm sorry, they would make the rider put a comment into as to why. And I don't mean just like a stupid comment like car was unclean. I mean like an actual comment like what exactly was wrong. I know Lyft, and I heard this, I'm not sure if it's 100% true or not. I heard it on somebody else's YouTube channel that Lyft specifically, and I'm just going to say it out loud right now, Rideshare, that word on, I remember now because I watched the video yesterday. If you have not checked his channel out, please do that now or when I'm done. He is a really good YouTuber. He just started out. He is getting mentored by the Rideshare Professor. He has a lot of good knowledge. He's been doing this for, I think he said 2 years now or even longer. I'm not 100% sure. But one of his videos that I was listening to, he basically said about Lyft. If you drive for Lyft and you have a 1-star rating, or you have an issue with a passenger and you rate the passenger a 1 star, you know the passenger is going to rate you low. So what you should do, after you drop that person off, get off of the app for a second, call Lyft support, tell them what was wrong, tell them why you rated the passenger at 1 star, and he said in most cases they will take, say that passenger rated you a 1 or a 2, they will take that back depending on what the issue is. So I would highly recommend going over to checking out his channel. He has a lot of good information, especially when it comes to Lyft. I think he did Lyft for really, really long. I think he said he had 2,500 rides under his belt for Lyft. And he just started doing Uber recently. So you ever definitely check out his channel because there is a lot of good information in there that pertains to Lyft. His channel definitely has some newer videos, newer ideas, fresher ideas. Some of the ideas I was actually thinking about doing too, and I went on his channel and was watching his channel about certain things. So he did a video a couple days ago about his car. He has a Dodge. I forget the exact brand of it. But he went out and branded his car through one of the local dealerships. You have a problem? Is that what you said, Lisa? You have a problem? My phone is messing up. Problem with the passenger with Uber, I do the same thing. Yeah, exactly. Uber sometimes doesn't always fix it, but at least you can try, right? So, what I try to do is my windows tinted, and I've thought about doing this now for like 3 months. And there's a place around me that tints windows, does a really good job. They offer a 5-year warranty. It's like $200. I'm tempted to get a hold of them and see if they will do it for free if I let them put their name and their phone number for their garage on my back window as a banner. Free advertising. I don't have to pay money for my windows to get tinted. They get free advertising. I also want to look into possibly going back to the car dealership I bought my car from and seeing if I let them put their logo on the sides of my car. It says like Toyota of blah blah, like the city, Toyota of whatever, and the phone number. And again, it's free advertising for them. And then maybe I can get like free oil changes forever. Like I don't pay for oil changes. Every 3 months I come get an oil change. It's free. Something like that, like a tit for tat, basically. Save me money, gets them free advertising. It's a win-win for everybody. But with that being said, I hope everybody has a good Friday. I will probably go live again tonight. I'm getting my merch today at some point. So later tonight I'll probably show what that looks like. I am pretty sure nobody has used my promo codes yet. So there's a previous video I did that has 3 promo codes to save 20% off. Do what with my channel, Lisa? There is a previous video that I did that says something about merch, and it has a promo code in the thumbnail. There's 2 other promo codes in that video, so feel free to go on there. Those get you 20% off. If you do want to get merch and those promo codes do not work, if you go to the top of the channel or top of the website, there is a button that says redeem. It will get you 15% off any merch until November 5th. So feel free to go over and support the channel. Either way, I look forward to talking to you guys later tonight. Rideshare Lisa, if you want to join the conversation tonight, probably around, I want to say 8 o'clock. I'll try and go live around 8, maybe 9, but some time frame is when I'll go live tonight, guys. So without further ado, Rideshare PA out. I hope you guys have a great Friday. Peace.